welcome to our video Q&A number 4. And today's question is from Mariam, and this is what she's asking. Hi Tutor Phil, can you help me with my essay? I'm really lost. It's a persuasive / argumentative essay about electronic communication. I have a hard time with the thesis and topic sentences. So first of all, a persuasive and an argumentative essay are really the same thing, and they're both expository essays. So here are some details about the assignment. This is what she says. Write a simple essay discussing the implications of using electronic communications. And for example, electronic communication is useful for senior citizens and electronic communication is good for the environment. So I'm assuming we have two topics and you probably have to choose from one of these two, but I'm going to give you some notes on how to deal with both of them. So the only guidelines that I got from Mariam are use the ABC format, which is really the power of 3, which is what we've been using all along, and to keep it simple. Okay. Alright, so this would be the structure of our essay. And let's just go and create a thesis statement. And here it is. Using electronic communication benefits senior citizens in 3 ways. First, second, and finally. Right? Now, why did I say in 3 ways? Because this is a how statement. If you tell me, hey Phil, using electronic communication benefits senior citizens, I would want to know in which ways, like in how many ways, really? Like how does it benefit them? That's why it's a how statement, and that's why we say in 3 ways. And you can write it just like that. Using electronic communication benefits senior citizens in 3 ways. First, it does this, second, it does that, and finally it allows them to do this. So now you just have to sit down and think, okay, what are the 3 ways in which using electronic communication can benefit senior citizens? That's right, we're going to be using the power of 3. Let's go. So let's do the first one. Electronic communication allows to send letters without leaving the house. Sometimes it can be hard for a senior citizen to get out, or to even move, or maybe even to move around the house. But if a senior citizen has access to a computer, she doesn't even need to move. She could just send an email. Okay, so that's very important. So electronic communication allows to send letters without leaving the house. It does not necessitate moving around a lot. Now, number 2, electronic communication saves money because no postage fees apply. That's pretty obvious, right? And number 3 is electronic communication allows to connect with a greater number of people quickly and easily. And think about it this way. How many people can you write letters to, like physical letters? Or even make phone calls. And now think, how many Facebook friends do you have? So it's much easier to connect with hundreds of people at the same time. You post something on Facebook and hundreds of your friends get it. Okay, and then obviously you will write your conclusion. Now, let's do the second one. Using electronic communication is good for the environment. Again, the same thing. This is a how statement as well, right? So it's good for the environment in 3 ways. First, second, and finally. So first, and again we're going to be using our power of 3, right? And you're automatically using it because your professor is already asking you to use it. So the first one, electronic communication saves trees. And again, it's pretty obvious because you don't have to send a physical letter. And individuals don't use a lot of paper, but companies use a lot of paper. So if they used electronic communication instead of sending packages, that would definitely save a lot of trees. Right? Second one, electronic communication prevents chemical processing associated with non-electronic media. And that makes sense too, right? Because producing paper, not just cutting the trees, but actually producing the paper is a chemical process, or it involves chemicals, and any chemical processing involves chemical waste. And that's why electronic communication prevents chemical processing, and that's why it helps keep the environment clean. Okay, number 3. Electronic communication helps save fuel resources. That's right, well, writing a letter is one thing, getting paper for it is another, but delivering it is yet another thing. So if we don't have to deliver so many physical letters and packages, then we are saving fuel. And of course, finally, your conclusion. Okay, I hope this is making sense. Alright, so now let's do a topic sentence. And I'm going to pick one from section B from the previous example. And in the thesis statement, this is what we wrote in the thesis statement. Electronic communication prevents chemical processing associated with non-electronic media. Very good. Now, this is coming from your thesis statement, okay? And your thesis statement is the most general statement in your essay. Now, your topic sentence is the most general statement in the body of the essay, if that makes sense, right? Now, because you're proceeding from more general to more specific in your essay, this is what you should be doing, and this is what I'm teaching you in my Zooming In report. That you, by the way, if you don't have it, go ahead and go to tutorphil.com and grab your report there. Now that we know that an essay is supposed to proceed from more general to more specific, this statement, because this is the way it appears in the thesis statement, let's make it into a topic sentence, which should be a little bit more specific, just a little bit more specific than the thesis statement. Okay, so let's write a version of this particular statement, right? This one, this summary of the second section of the previous essay. Let's turn it into a topic sentence by making it just a little bit more specific, and let's try and do it. Okay, now electronic communication prevents chemical processing associated with producing paper and plastic. See, that's different from non-electronic media. No, it's associated with producing paper and plastic. So this is more specific. Now I know what you're talking about. Okay, when you say non-electronic media, that is a little bit more general. Now producing paper and plastic is much more specific. Now, when I say producing paper and plastic, what does this give you at the same time? Yes, we made it more specific, but we also created a little structure for our paragraph. And this is how it goes. Now, of course, you don't have to divide a paragraph into further paragraphs. No, both sections B1 and B2 are going to be just part of this paragraph. And in section B1, you're simply going to say that producing paper is a process that is very harmful to the environment. And then in the next one, you're going to say producing plastic is a process that is very harmful to the environment. So if you devote maybe 2 or 3 sentences at most to explaining how producing paper is harmful, and then you devote 2 to 3 sentences to talking about how producing plastic is very harmful to the environment, that's it. You're done with this paragraph. Okay, and there's your topic sentence right there. Electronic communication prevents chemical processing associated with producing paper and plastic. It's a perfect topic sentence for any paragraph. And that's how you do them. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this is helpful, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care.